Good afternoon, adventurers. That's right. It's Friday. It's the last Friday of the month. Yes, not really. We got one more. Haha, psych. We can't forget next weekend when the Dungeons and Dragons movie hits the theaters. And I will be at the Riverwalk Theaters at 6 and 8 doing a Dungeons and Dragons intro session. So come on by and say hi. But nonetheless, welcome, adventurers, to John's Dungeon Corner here at the Collective in Altamont Springs, Florida, where it's a sunny 79 degrees. Happy Friday, Sarah. Oh, yeah. We're having some fun today. Wait till I show you the cool stuff that is coming. Look at the table. Need I say anything else? Look behind me. It's crazy. It's overcoming. It's wonderful. You just simply got to love it. All right, so let's talk about a couple of off things that have come in and been restocked and reprinted and really nice. So we got Vampire the Masquerade, nice role-playing game. Here's the World of Darkness, from the World of Darkness, the Masquerade. There it is. The book, look how big that book is. Gorgeous book. Lots of information in it. So for all you Vampire the Masquerade fans, it's here. Or in other words, I'm back. So there goes that one. And then, of course, the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So there it is. For all of you who like the Warhammer Fantasy world, there it is. The roleplay book is back. So with all the rules and very colorful, being pictures. So there they are. They are back. They have been reprinted, redone, and made all pretty. Yeah, the RPG book looks really cool. It's nice. But, for all the Warhammer fans, I like that. Hey, brother, how are you? Wait till you see all the stuff that's here for, I don't even know where to start. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's talk about the new stuff and then we'll talk about the role-playing, the question of the day, and we're just going to kind of be split up from today and next month kind of thing, but we're going to kind of do a little intro. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but here, let's talk about all the new stuff. On the table, on the back, okay. So you guys know how I love the character folios, right? Dungeons and Dragons, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I don't know the characters, the name of the characters. I've not seen the movie yet, but here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brand new character folios. You know what? I want to grab the camera from up there. Let me see if I can bring it a little closer. I mean, I guess I could grab all the character folios and bring them to you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring these up. You got to see them. They're actually Michelle Rodriguez. Looks like Michelle Rodriguez. And I guess, was that Chris Pratt? Is that who it is, Brendan?
Yes.
Chris Pratt looks like Chris Pratt. I mean, these are amazing. I don't know who all played all these characters, but Chris Pine. Brad Ryan, I don't know. Look at that.
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk. Yeah, the new Captain. There we go. Look at that, huh?
Wait.
That's one.
Yeah.
It's got a dragon on the back. Look at that. Okay, that's one. Check this one out. Here's the wizard. These are all character folios. Look at that with a displacer beast in the back. Huh? This is the one. Michelle Rodriguez as the barbarian. Very cool, right? I mean, it looks like Michelle. And then, there we go. We got the other another dragon on the back. The black dragon. Yeah, it looks like it. Here's the druid. I think that would be the druid. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie. I've only seen previews with the owlbear.
Which one? I saw the movie.
Okay, who's that?
So this is the tiefling.
Oh, I want to see what class.
She's a tiefling druid who actually
Druid,
turns into the owl bear.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, she turns into the owl. See?
Yes, she does.
Okay, so there's a spoiler alert. The tiefling turns into that cool owlbear.
And she dies tragically in the first 5 minutes. No, she doesn't. I'm not going to spoil it.
All right, look, there's no spoiler. That is not a spoiler alert.
There's no spoilers.
All right.
I will
and
tell
who's
you
this
though,
now?
So this is Hugh Grant.
That's Hugh Grant character.
He's the guy who's kind of the con man.
He's the con man
of the party.
So there he goes, and he tries to con the black dragon, and it ends up badly for him, I'm sure. Do not con black dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, and then this is Chris Pine. And here's Chris Pine.
Where?
Here?
That is Chris Pine.
Okay,
yes.
so it is Chris Pine. Ta-da!
He makes plans.
He is the bard.
You've probably seen those parts.
And there, and that's the worst place to be, is inside of a gelatinous cube.
in this movie, if you like D&D, you are going to love the movie just because they have magic items, they have magic spells, they have magic beasts. It all looks good, and it has a throwback to an appearance by the old D&D
Oh, wow, that's a
cartoon party.
all right. You got to look for it.
so
That's what they call
you
those
will see
Easter egg, right?
Yes,
Those
you
are
will,
Easter
you will
eggs.
see it. You won't miss it. I mean, it is.
Oh, it
in
is pretty obvious.
They're not really speaking characters, but I don't
They're
feel like
there.
I'm giving them
They're dressed up there. Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. You know what? By the time some of you see this, you'll go, oh, and then forget it. By
You
the time
will.
you watch the
I
movie.
always gauge a movie as like, am I ready to go back and see it again? And that one I'm ready to go back
Okay,
and
so that's
see
going to be
again.
a 2 or 3 timer.
So
That'll be a
that
3
is-
peat for
and
me.
the difference between this movie and the last movie is even though it has the D&D sets, which it is kind of lighthearted in some
Right.
ways, it's not campy. But you remember the old D&D movies where it
Right.
looks like all the characters got dressed out of Hot Topic and they
Yep,
showed up
yep,
in
yep.
their new
Everything
clothes?
looks, yep,
It
yep.
was like it just didn't work. Whereas Lord of the Rings, all of the characters, they had the Warren.
Sure.
It all looked very authentic. So this one, even though it's got the D&D feel to it, it also had
Looks authentic.
it did look.
So there it is. They meshed the best of 2 things.
So that
All
was
right.
good. So
All
anyway,
right. Well,
my
thank you for that.
recommendation, and all of this stuff is available now.
Right now. So that's the folios. But wait, there is just a cool looking premium book and character. Look at this one. So let me take this off. He said it was. Brendan said it was okay for me to take that off and show you guys. Look, this is like a vinyl, a nice soft vinyl, but look at that. Right? Very nice. Red stitching all around it. It's got the little tab has a dragon, the dragon emperor sign. Okay, and now it's like normal folios, okay? But it's got a little storage pocket. Oh, good grief. Comes with the emperor sign, so you make notes, and it's got a nice pad in this thing. It's a nice pad of graph paper you can make notes on. And of course, it's got the it's got the blank sheets so you can put your character in there, notes in that. It's got the 6 sheets for your 36 spells, which is more than plenty, and magical items. You've seen how I section mine off. And then, of course, it's got the nice back where you can put stuff, tuck things in here, and more note taking back there. All right, so very nice. These are all for sale here. This is all from the movie. This is actually the official Honor Among Thieves. Look at that. That's what the spine looks like. And yep, I'm gonna get me one of those. Of course I am. How could I not? I mean, there is so much to show you. I mean, it is just like the tip of the iceberg. This is like for players. You get the taken. You got the Tiefling. You got Michelle Rodriguez who plays the Barbarian, and it's just awesome. Okay, so there was the folio, the nice premium folio. Let me put these back up real quick, all right? So that you can see them, and if somebody wants to ask me about it, they can. These are just awesome. A great cast. I mean, the cast is pretty amazing from what I've heard. A lot of recognizable names. Which one do you want? Nope, there's my beautiful wife. She just came on the show. Which folio do you want, my love? Tell me which one. Your new party folios, right? Oh, and by the way, here's the neat thing about this. Even though the characters are what they are, they don't have any actual class on them. Like, the folios that came out before these, the regular folios have like wizard and rogue and barbarian on them. These just have the characters on them. They say Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves is a character folio. So there you go. Those are awesome. I've always liked them. Me, I'm probably going to go after I'm going to get a premium one because I love that. It's just, I'm not a red fan. Anybody who knows me will tell you, but when it comes to that Dungeons and Dragons logo in that, I'm all for it. It looks gorgeous. It's got the red stitching on it. Of course, if it had all of them. Oh, my wife wants all of them. Okay, then. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so we got that. We got the character folios. Now, check this out. This is the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Now, it looks like a card holder, but wait for it. Open there, drop down there, and you've got yourself the official Honor Among Thieves dice tower. Look at that. Really nice. Compact. Look at that. All right. Let's make a roll. Got a restock on dice. Of course, these are purple. These are the infused skull purple. Oh, yeah. So let's see what we got. Gotta make some die rolls. And what are we going to roll? The D20. Let's see what happens. Oh, it fell out. Look at that. Uh-oh. A 16. A 10. That's acceptable still. There we go. One magical 20 just for me. Okay, and then followed by 19. I can live with this. I might have to buy this die. Okay, we'll leave it at that. But anyway, so there we go. We got dice tower, right? All right, wait for it. We're not quite done there. Not done yet. So Dungeon Masters. Now we're going to run over to you. Some really cool stuff here. Check this out. This are the official monsters. Well, minus the dice. These are some of the official monsters from the movie. We got the Mimic, the Intellect Devourer, the Owlbear, the Displacer Beast, Gelatinous Cube. Look at that. Painted, pre-painted. There they are. Oh, wait. Let's go this way. Look at that. Looking good, huh? I like them. They look really nice. Wow. Something else to add to my list. Okay. And along with that, the Icons of the Realms, never to be left behind, came out with the Epic level set. Look at these. Look at those. I mean, you got to come down there. So I'm telling you, even though I put this stuff up here for you guys to see, it looks so much better when you come and look at it in person, because here we get shadows and glare and stuff. I try to do my best, but there you go. That's what we got. It looks amazing, this set. Wow. The miniatures are just amazing. They look so good. But, once again, not to be left out. Wait. Oh, I skipped over. Look at this. So for all you Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, card players of any kind who need a mat, check out these play mats. This one, and there's several. I'm just going to show you these two real quick, is the fighter. I think that's the fighter there with his sword. Yeah. Okay. And for all of you who love the Owlbear, there it is. The official Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves playmats. Hey, if you want it, they got it. You should buy the dice for someone else in your party. It might be a magical super. No. That's banned, in fact, from now on. She's referring to on Wednesday, Jason bought a really nice set of dice. I opened my mouth and said, wow, Sarah really liked those because they were seafoam colored. And he gave them to her, and I don't think she rolled anything below a 15, 16 that day. So all her rolls were 20 plus. We're banning that practice. Quit giggling back there. It's not that funny. I was on the receiving end. My poor monsters were on the receiving end of every single one of those die rolls.
DM cheats all the time. You should be able to cheat too.
Oh, wow. I'm not even going to repeat that. That's just... Okay, so Icons of the Realm, they are never to be outdone. These folks, they produce these Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, and they're just gorgeous. This is the Zuckboy Demon Queen of Fungi. Okay? Now, like I said, you have got to come down here. When I tell you this is like the painting. It really doesn't do it justice. When you see the fig, you're like, wow, that's amazing, the work that goes into it, especially the detail. Down there below where you see all the fungi, they can't really see it. You kind of see it here, is what I'm talking about, this area. But when you actually see the fig and you can see it, it's got such great detail in it. I mean, I can't put it up to the camera close enough because there you go. You can kind of see it there. There's a glare. Let me see if I can get the glare out. Look, Brenda should ban the ban because there's no such thing as too much dice being purchased. Great. He's already made a comment. I'm not repeating it. But yes, I was only kidding about banning the ban or the ban of ban. No, anyway. All right, so here we go. I love dragons and I love anything that comes in a purple color. This is amazing. This is blue, but in the right color, it's purple. In the right light, the adult blue shadow dragon. It is amazing. It looks like this. Look at that. Is that nice or what? The adult blue shadow dragon. I mean, whew, that is one bad mama jamma. All right. And we're slowly making our way down. Now, there's a whole new Sarah. Bam, bam. Hi, yeah. Yes, that is the prelude to many a demise of a monster. So, with that being said, there are so many brand new. I'm only gonna over half a dozen. I'm gonna show you like a half a dozen of these. This is the Water Weird that just came in from the D&D line. Amazing. I like to say Nozor's Marvelous Miniatures. You know, there's the water weird, really nice. This is the Draconian Dreadnought. Now you've seen this. This actually came in the Dragonlance, but you can actually paint your own if you want it as a character, or you from a particular clan. You know, here's the Aasimar female cleric. Really nice. And like I said, you just because the wings are clear on the bottom one, it's beautiful. So it's basically like a two. Oh, here we go, painted. But there we go. Look at that. So here you have her and without the wings, and then the next portrait or the next miniature pose is with the wings off the ground. It's amazing, beautiful, and this lets you paint her so that she matches whatever colors you'd like. This is the male version, you know. So it looks like this. It's a little different. In this one, he's not up off the ground; he's on the ground there, but there he is. But you paint him as two different miniatures. I've always liked when they come out with these miniatures with the two poses, simply because those transparent figs always come out so good. It's amazing the details. Yes, it is. I mean, if you remember, if you were around back in the day when they first started making the miniatures, they were made out of lead, and they'd get, oh my gosh, lead, no good, no bueno. Das ist nicht gut. Then they came out with the Ralladium, pewter Ralladium. Then they started coming out with they were kind of brittle. Was that the Ralladium that was like brittle? If you dropped the miniatures, they would break sometimes. The metal ones, Brendan.
What was it?
Ralladium. Were those ones that used to fall down and they break because they were trying too brittle? The Ralladium, right?
That was definitely D&D.
Yeah. So those miniatures. So there was a lot of transitions. Now they've come out with the miniatures that you can either paint, the pre-painted. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy what they've come out, right? So here we go. Here goes the Sahuagin Baron. So they've come out with a lot of Sahuagin figs, especially if you're doing the Salt Marsh. They just keep coming out with them. So it is definitely, look at that. That is a cool figure for the Sahuagin Baron. And the neat thing is you can just make him a leader type. You know, you can always use his figs however you like. Here's an Earth Genocide fighter in different poses. The one he has a sword and the other one he has the axe and shield. So that's really cool. See, there we go. Different. One's in action. The other one is he's kind of pausing to see who am I going to cut up. And here we got some merfolk. You know, that's another one for the underground, for the underwater adventures. You know, they're coming out with a lot of underwater creatures. Here goes some merfolk, male and female. Really nice. So there goes that. And wait, I'm still not done. I am still not done. Here we go. More. This is really neat. These are the pillars, pools and pillars, which is really nice for a dungeon if you're looking for this kind of thing. Neat thing about the pools is that you can either paint them underneath or put them on colored paper or something, and you'll get that neat reflection looking, whatever it is. Maybe it's a lava pool. Maybe it's something ceremonial. It's water. Or maybe it's earth. So, but that's what it looks like. Really nice. You can paint it on your own there. Primed. And remember, these are all primed. All these miniatures are primed that I'm showing you. Now, still not done. Hold on. These are the coolest things. These are encounters in a box. Let me get my glasses real quick that are in my pocket. My glasses are in my pocket. All right, so I can kind of look at this a little better. All right, here we go. So these are encounters in a box. There's a wagon ambush, and there is a prison break. Oh, yeah. And what you get inside, here's the miniatures, right? You get the miniatures. The prison, oh, there's the wagon. But they're compatible with the Warlock tiles, which is really nice. And then it comes with all the miniatures. Okay. You've got bandits, a merchant, a bandit leader, a bandit with a sword. You got the cart. You got the horse, the pack mule, some logs, and 2 map tiles. That's what you get in here. All right. And it's a full encounter, ready to play. Everything included so you're ready to play. And it also has, let me see, the scenario. 1 desperate merchant, 1 gang of bandits, 1 path to adventure. So with the pools, can you put LED strips to do a light effect? I would think so. I would think so because I've seen people do some really cool stuff with the transparent stuff. Haven't even seen them. I mean, it takes a little bit more work, but I've seen them put like a little light. Those Encounter in a Box look awesome. We may have to fix. Yeah, I know. Well, this is the Prison Break. So Dungeon Masters, they've made it about as easy it could get because it has a scenario already in it. And it's not like you can't add this to an existing campaign. Here you've got, what do we got? The sheriff, the prisoner, the bailiff, 3 bailiffs, a guard dog, a 1-inch iron exterior wall, and a 2-inch iron, a straight stone, and 2 outside corners. So, and then of course there's the actual two double-sided map tiles. So there goes that. That's called Prison Break, and I'm sure these are going to be successful. So they will probably come out with more of them. Yeah, these would be nice. Actually, I would. Yeah. Now, here's my question. It doesn't say anything about painting them, so I think that. Okay, because I know somebody's going to ask, are these things pre-painted? And okay. So let me give you a disclaimer. Now that I've read a little bit more, the miniatures are pre-painted, and the reason they're pre-painted is because they're the 2D miniatures. So the 2Ds, do you remember those that came? I showed you the ogres, I think, and some of the other monsters that are on the clear base, and you just put the acrylic miniature on it. Very nice. So that's how these come. I was wondering. Those are really nice. Those are really, really nice. I think, wow, I actually showed everything, and I still have a little bit of time to talk. Excellent. So yes, these are like awesome for the Wednesday games. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Those are amazing. I mean, woof. I can't believe there's so much stuff came in. It's awesome. I love it. It's just, and a lot of it's related to the movie, and I mean, they just look really good. They do look really good. So, all right. So now let's talk about the question that somebody had for me. And that's okay because I didn't want to dwell a lot on this, and all this cool stuff came in. You know, the things work out in mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So the question was about role playing, and I think we have talked about this. We've touched on this, and I think what I'm going to do is next month, maybe even next week is going to be a little bit. I've already got it's the last Friday of the month, the 31st. It's a special day. Oh, Brendan, could you remind Danny said something about a raffle. I'm supposed to remind him about a raffle. Could you yell at him real quick and tell him that John would like to know what the heck is up with this raffle? Thank you, Sarah. I remembered at the last second, but okay. So about role playing. Here he comes. Here comes Danny himself. Danny, come over here and explain to him about this raffle. So here we go. Here's Danny.
We have 2 sets.
2
$25 sets are relative. We don't do that anymore.
8, all right.
2 $25 Regal gift cards that we are giving away as part of the raffles for this.
Okay.
They're both going to be given out on Instagram in theory. So if you're if you're following us on Instagram, it's at Collective CCG, and we're going to give a shout out to John's Dungeon Corner next Friday.
Okay.
To be entered to win, you just have to like the the Instagram post, and then come into John's Dungeon Corner on Friday and say hello.
What?
And then John will pick 2 winners live on the show.
Look at this! I get to do something live.
So it'll be promoted through Instagram.
They're cheering for you. Look at this, Danny.
Hey guys.
Danny.
So it'll be promoted through Instagram, but they have to come and say hi to you to be really entered. Here on the show.
Here on the show.
Because we want to give them away before the movie so that they can
so see how this works? Those 2 will get 2 people into the movie.
Yep. Oh, so 25 will get you, and pay for 1/3 of some popcorn, probably.
Look at this. Now you've not been to the movies and paid for a movie lately, have you?
I did not.
No. Movies are like $12.
I know. I guess
But if you go by yourself, if you go by yourself, you'll have enough to get in.
Just take John.
Yeah, but I'll already be there, bro. I'll be doing the sessions. You know what I'm saying?
So look out for that post on Instagram this weekend. All you gotta do is hit a like button on that and remember to come back.
Look at my brother.
Willie,
I'm from New York. How am I gonna get there to buy my ticket, Danny?
I heard airplanes exist, man.
Hey, he says there's this thing called airplanes. If you can't get one, there's always an available dragon somewhere.
Yeah.
You just gotta domesticate it.
Take it out there.
There's always a dragon you can call with enough gold. Thank you, Danny. All right, so check that out. So there it is. That's the announcement, right? So look for that Instagram this weekend. Like it. Come to the show. I got 2 of them to give away. Can't beat that. So for all of you who'll see this later, keep your eyes and ears open. Hopefully you'll see this before. All right. So about role play, it's so hard to get into that after all this cool stuff. My mind is like wondering what I want, what I'm going to get, what the wife will like, what my wife will like. You know, she's an avid D&D player too. So yeah. All right, so my brother in New York wants to know how to get him. I don't know. Hey, there's a Pegasus too. That could probably get you here in time. I can see it now. That would just be monumental, right? Anyway, all right, so all right, let me get back to this. So role playing. All right. So we all know that Dungeons and Dragons is just, it's a tabletop RPG, which stands for role-playing game. That's pretty simple. You know, we throw miniatures in there and we throw all these just so much stuff. You got towers, you got dice, you got the folios. But in the end, get rid of all of that. Except for the dice. You got to have dice. dice. But the miniatures, the folios, the this and that. We go back to bare and bone basics. And what it's always been about is a group of people getting together that share a common interest in Dungeons and Dragons, and they role play. That's really it. And role play can be as simple as just saying, okay, John, as their DM, John, Mr. DM, I'm going to walk down the hall and I'm going to go open the door. You're interacting with the door. You're interacting because now you're a group of people. Even if there's only 3 of you in the DM, you're role playing. This is what I'm doing. That's kind of role playing. That's at its basics. It's storytelling. What am I doing? What is my make-believe character, my fighter doing? I'm going down the hall and I'm opening the door. Okay, well, as you open the door, you hear and there goes the dice roll. Die roll. Let's see. I need a die. Where's my 20-sided die? There we go. All right, 20-sided die rolls. Oh, looks like a 13. Let's add, plus 4, 17. The dart goes, but just barely misses you, flashes by your face, and you're like, ooh, perhaps I should have sat there and hey, why don't you bring your rogue up here and check for traps? Oh, we should have thought about that before you open the door. But see, look, you turn to the guy who's the rogue or the girl, the person, you go, hey, I need your rogue up here. There might be more traps. You have just role played. You are addressing another person who is also taking part in the adventure as a character in the guise of a rogue, in the role of the rogue, right? And you're asking them to bring their character up here and, hey, do your job. Get up here and check for traps, okay? That's role playing at its basis. Basic, as it's just dwindled down, watered down, basic. That's role playing. All right. So that's that extreme. Now let's zip all the way to the other end, where now our character decides to take on an accent, perhaps a different voice, perhaps in whispers, very loud. You've seen it on Critical Role. I think that's the best examples that you can get of the various ways that different characters can voice their characters with their facial expressions. If you've ever watched Matt Mercer do his, when he gets into the role of NPCs in that, he's amazing. Of course, he can do all kinds of voices, women's voices, crones and women, and he's amazing. And I think that if I were to suggest somebody to watch, if you really, really, really want to get to that level, that's the guy to probably go watch. I sometimes assume for some of the more important NPCs, I'll assume a voice, not so much. And sometimes now I have hosted D&D parties where the characters have come as their characters dressed up. I mean, now this is now we're really going over the board, over the line, where the next level, they come dressed up in their characters. We've sat down to a formal dinner that was cooked. And I even have people who come and help me serve the dinner, and I'll be the host, whoever I may be. And they're in their characters, and we're role-playing now in character. I actually used to do this with my LARP when I used to play a live-action role-playing. Now, that's the ultimate form of role-playing. There is no, I come in jeans and I pretend. No. In a LARP, you actually come in your garb, and you are that character there's no talk about cars or taxes or your house or anything like that. Everything is in-game. Everything that you say is live. Everything that you say, you're accountable for. That's the ultimate level of role-playing. And I've done that too, so it's fun. But at the tabletop, you don't have to go that far. There's that, but there is that ability for if one of your character, the wizard, wants to run around with his wizard's book, with his spells and pouches and dresses up. Hey, that's cool. That is great. All right, and he can be anything from what's the IG handle again? You talk about the Instagram. Hold on, Brendan, are you back there?
I am.
What is the Instagram handle?
Collective CCG.
Collective CCG. Collective.
You can go to our website, and we have the QR code, and that will take you to everything.
Okay, so here's something I also did not know. There is a QR code on the Collective website, and that will take you, when you use it, put your phone up to a book, it will take you to all of their different things. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everything. Okay, so there you go. But it's the Collective or Collective CCG.
Yeah.
Collective CCG. That is the Instagram. All right, so that's that. Oh, you're welcome. Sarah said thank you, Brendan.
I'm always here for you.
He's always here for you. And see, even though I don't have the answers, I always will try to get you the answer. All right, so as far as role playing, I'm not going to do any voice. I'm letting you know that from the basic all the way up to that point where I have had characters dress up, they wear their hats. It's fun. It's just a fun thing. And there's different levels. I mean, sometimes people are shy, but when they get around a group and they're role playing, they're all into it, and you bring them out. You bring the role playing out in them little by little. They're like, oh, I didn't do a lot of role playing, but well, you described what your character did, right? Yes. And you asked the innkeeper a question, right? Yes. And you bought some merchandise from the merchant, right? Well, that's called role play. You assume the role of your character and you played it out. That's role play. That's it right there. It's very, very simple. And everybody does it without even realizing that they're doing it. And that's half the fun. Now, how elaborate, how profound you get into your character. Do you get an accent? Do you dress up as your character? Is there a certain something that you bring to the game that's like, this is my character. This is my link to my character. The miniature, that's it. That's all role playing. That's how you get into it. Some people jump in like into a pool head first. Some jump in, they jump in. Some dive in. Some walk down the stairs. Some slowly get in. But eventually we all end up in the pool, right? There you have it. And then you have some fun. And like I said, it's all about the camaraderie among the players. And it'll develop. Role play is something that develops. Like I said, I've been at the LARPs where role playing, you are immersed in role playing. Everything around you is about the game. There is nothing outside of the game when you're there. You sleep over. You're in game from the minute you get there to the minute you pack and get in your car. That's the way those work. Well, and if you take that attitude and you kind of put it into the game, now granted that things happen, during the day, you'll get phone calls, this, that, the other. But that's all outside of the game. When you're at the table, if you pretend you're there, that's all it is that imagination. Put yourself in the tavern. Put yourself in the dungeon. And just, there you go. And just forget about everything else. All right? Everything else will be waiting for you when you get back from that D&D session. Trust me. The dog will still want to get fed. The bills will still want to get paid. The phone calls, you can make them, the tax, everything. They will be there waiting for you. They're very patient that way. Have fun. Immerse yourself in the game. Role play. All right, that's all I'm going to say about role playing today. I'm not going to get into it because what I'll do is not next week, but next month, April, I believe it'll be April 6th. Let me think. 7th. April 7th, I think is the first Friday. On that Friday, I'll probably do 2 sessions of role playing. So you can kind of get an idea. I'm going to try to get some people in, some other players in that to show you the different levels, the different varieties of role playing. And maybe I'll dress up one of them as my character and come in. You know, we do Renaissance festivals, so I got all kinds of costuming and stuff. Yes.
You still have viewers, right?
Yes.
So this isn't Dungeons and Dragons related.
Okay, here we go.
So we are officially, we just started it yesterday. It was a nice success. Every other Thursday, so the first Thursday in April was the next one, we're running alternative RPG night at the Collective. So not D&D, not Pathfinder. We ran Monster of the Week last night here in the back room.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, I think you'd like it. It's
I bet
great.
you I would. It sounds like fun.
And then we're going to try to run Cyberpunk back here. And
I like Cyberpunk. I play Cyberpunk.
Yeah, we're also going to try to run Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, that's a game.
And the Alien RPG.
And
the
Colonial Marines. At this.
So that'll be every other Thursday. Now, the next one.
Every other Thursday.
Okay. Yep.
So every other Thursday.
April, we are doing Monster of the Week again next time, just because everybody wanted to come back to that. But then we will start switching it up. That's
so Thursdays at what time?
6:30, and 6:30. We run till about 9:30. I will admit.
There you go. So if you want to try another RPG, thank you. That's great. So if you want to try other RPGs and you've heard of them, and I'll tell you, Cyberpunk is a blast. It's a futuristic sci-fi kind of thing. With a lot of it's cool.
Look what just came in.
Yeah, look.
This will probably get run back there.
Probably a Warhammer Fantasy, maybe.
Yep. And so, it's always run in the back room, so it's a private.
In the back room, so it's private. Look at that. All right, there you go. What a show today, right? Oh my gosh. I want to just go through everything again, but I'm not because it took me almost 20 some odd minutes to get through everything. But look, the movie, obviously, some people have already previewed it. Sarah and Antonio were both able to go preview it. I missed out on it. It happens. You know, I got so much stuff going on with sports that it is what it is. But I will be seeing it soon. Now, the folios are out. Monsters are out. Oh my gosh, there's play mats out. It's just like, what? So much stuff is out. Come to the store. Take a look at the stuff in hand. Get it, because get it while the getting is good. What have I told you? You got to get it while you can, because you never know if they're going to come out, if it's going to get restocked right away, if it's going to be a while. And after maybe the first or second restock, that's it, because they've moved on to something else. Remember, the Collective does not produce or buy it and make any of this stuff. It is definitely something that you want to get your hands on when it is here. And support your local store. Support the Collective store. It's here next week and the week after. They're expanding and getting bigger for you. Not just for me, for all of us. So make sure you come out and support the store, eh? They do a good job. They're here for us, the community. Thank you, brother. It was a good show. It was a fun show. I love when new stuff comes in. I just want to take it all, put it in a bag, and run off and buy it all. But not today. Some of it, but not today. Not all of it. Soon. Maybe tomorrow. I love it. Anyway, hey, everybody have a wonderful weekend. It has been great having this time with you. For those who see it later, thank you. For those who saw it now, thank you. And as always, may the road rise up to meet your feet, and may all your adventures be successful. Why shouldn't they be? This is John from John's Dungeon Corner at the Collective in Altamont Springs, Florida. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, next Friday, the Dungeons and Dragons movie's coming out. Get out there and see it so that they make a 2 and 3 and 53. What? All right. See you next Friday. Dungeons and Dragons forever.